Welcome to Uncloseted Conversations. Even if you stumbled upon this channel by accident, you are welcome here. The stories here are from my heart, from my soul, from my pen to your ears. I hope that you will stay a little longer and open yourself to the magic of storytelling. Here I write fiction, and though not always aligning with reality, it still tugs at heartstrings. Stories are escapes and sometimes a balm to the soul. So, enjoy your time here, and if reality presses down too loud and too hard, come knock at the door, come in, take a seat, grab a coffee, and just exhale. These are veil-bound stories, and the space is free and non-judgmental. Sit back, earphones or pods in, and let's listen to another exquisite romance.
The Ghost in the Machine, Timeless Melodies Within Digital Landscapes. The Ethereal Echo, Music's Digital Immortality. Part 1, The Call, Luna Ridgewood, the conductor who no longer dreams. Some melodies don't fade. They retreat. They coil themselves into the dark, patient and precise, waiting for the exact moment the world forgets it ever owned them. This one returned at 2:17 a.m. It arrived without announcement, without permission, its first note trembling into existence like a ghost remembering its name. The sound was wrong. Not distorted enough to be broken. Not clean enough to be real. As if a machine had learned longing and didn't know what to do with it. In a glass-walled apartment 40 stories above a sleepless city, Luna Ridgewood woke with a sharp inhale and an uncharitable thought. Absolutely not. Her heart was already racing, annoyingly so, and her hand reached for the edge of the bed with the muscle memory of someone who had conducted 100 orchestras and never once lost control of a room. The melody continued. Soft. Persistent. Insolent. Luna sat up, sheets pooling at her waist, eyes fixed on nothing while everything in her body locked into recognition. She did not hum. She did not move. She listened the way surgeons listen, clinically, unwilling to flinch. "I buried you," she said into the dark, her voice dry as old parchment. The melody answered by resolving into its next bar. Her jaw tightened. That was impossible. The piece had never been completed. She knew that the way one knows a scar, by touch, by memory, by the absence of what should have healed cleanly. The final movement was conjecture. Footnotes. Academic arguments conducted over wine and ego. And yet. Luna's lips parted. Without permission, without intention, she whispered the harmony. The sound in the room adjusted. Her blood ran cold. Across the city, in a cluttered studio that smelled like ink, coffee, and ambition left too long in the sun, Alara Vance rolled onto her back and laughed softly into the ceiling. "Well," she murmured, amused and wide awake, "that's new." The melody danced above her, lighter here, curious, teasing. Alara didn't question it. She never did with sound. She reached for her recorder on instinct, thumb already moving before her brain caught up. She hummed, off-key, unapologetic, adding a playful lilt that the original composer would have hated. The recorder glitched. Alara blinked. The waveform on the screen bloomed into something it shouldn't have, an overtone she hadn't sung, a harmony that bent toward her voice like it wanted company. "Oh," she said, grinning now. "You're interactive." The melody pulsed. And somewhere beneath stone and salt and forgotten time, a cave woke up and listened. The melody did not belong to either of them. That, perhaps, was the most unsettling part. Luna swung her legs over the side of the bed and stood, grounding herself in cold hardwood and discipline. She crossed the apartment barefoot, passing framed programs, polished batons, a life curated to exactness. The melody followed her, not louder, not softer, perfectly calibrated, as if it understood acoustics and spite. She opened her laptop. If something impossible was happening, it would be caught in data. Everything was, eventually. Audio archives bloomed across the screen. Old recordings. Private sessions. Lost rehearsals she never allowed herself to revisit. She isolated frequencies with surgical precision, fingers moving fast, sharp, unforgiving. There. A fragment. Barely a fingerprint of sound, but undeniably the same melodic signature. Embedded in a recording dated 32 years ago. A rehearsal tape from an orchestra that no longer existed, conducted by a man who died before finishing his last symphony. Her breath stuttered. That's not. She stopped herself. Closed her eyes. Counted. That's not possible. The file's metadata flickered. Then, shifted. Coordinates appeared where timestamps should be. Luna stared at the screen, every instinct screaming to shut it down, to delete, to pretend this was a trick of exhaustion and memory. Instead, she copied the numbers. Of course she did. Scene 2. Alara Vance, the composer who hears too much. Alara, meanwhile, was having the opposite problem. She couldn't get the melody to stop playing with her. Her studio lights were still off, the city outside a constellation of half-hearted ambition, and she was sitting cross-legged on the floor in an oversized sweater, hair a riot, eyes bright with the kind of joy that usually preceded trouble. She ran the recording again. The waveform refused to stay still. That's rude, she told it mildly, sipping cold coffee like it had personally offended her. You don't get to improvise unless I invite you. The sound responded by blooming outward, spectral interference crawling across the display in patterns that made her stomach drop and her pulse jump in equal measure. Geographic resonance. Alara leaned closer, smile gone now, curiosity sharpening into something reverent. You're not just sound, she whispered. You're location-based. She overlaid maps. Old geological surveys. Coastal formations. The match snapped into place so cleanly she laughed once, breathless. A cave. Remote. Unlisted. Forgotten by everyone except Stone and Tide. Well, she said, standing and grabbing her jacket, this is either destiny or a very pretentious murder setup. She hit record again, just in case the melody decided to say something else. Scene 3, The Convergence. The road was empty. The night obligingly quiet. Luna drove with rigid focus, the melody now internal, pacing her breath like a conductor who refused to admit she was following anything at all. She told herself this was professional curiosity, academic responsibility, closure. She told herself a lot of things. Alara, on the other hand, sang. Not the melody exactly, variations. Teasing harmonies. She tested it like a cat batting at something unknown but fascinating. The closer she got, the warmer the sound became. Oh, she murmured. You like this direction. The cave waited. Scene 4, First Contact. The wind smelled of salt and secrets. Luna parked, stepped out, and immediately disliked everything about the place, the isolation, the way the air pressed against her skin, the faint vibration beneath her ribs that had nothing to do with fear and everything to do with resonance. She didn't turn when she heard footsteps behind her. "Please tell me you're not about to conduct the cave," a woman's voice said lightly. "Because I didn't bring popcorn." Luna closed her eyes once. Slowly, she turned. The woman standing there looked like trouble dressed as charm, dark hair, amused eyes, posture loose in a way that suggested competence without apology. "And you are?" Luna asked coolly. "Elara." A grin. "Composer. Chronic insomniac." "You?" "Busy." Elara's grin widened. "Ah. A conductor." That landed closer than it should have. The cave hummed. Both women froze. Their eyes met, not strangers now, not quite, and something subtle, electric, and unmistakable slid into place between them. "Well," Elara said softly, "that's new." The hum deepened. Inside the cave, light bloomed where stone should have remembered only dark. Scene 5, The Descent. The cave did not feel empty. It felt attentive. Luna noticed it first, because she was trained to notice rooms, how sound moved through them, where echoes caught, where silence settled like dust. This silence didn't settle. It hovered, waiting for instruction. Elara, of course, walked straight in. "Nope," Luna said sharply, grabbing her wrist before she could take a second step. "We don't walk into humming geological anomalies without at least pretending to assess risk." Elara looked down at Luna's hand on her wrist, then back up, one brow arching with theatrical patience. "Darling," she said, gently disentangling herself, "if it wanted us dead, it would have gone louder by now." The cave responded with a soft, amused pulse. Luna's mouth thinned. "I don't like that it agrees with you." They stepped inside together. The temperature dropped immediately, not cold, exactly, but intentional, as if the cave were calibrating them. The walls narrowed, stone slick and veined with faint luminescence that flickered in time with the melody. Elara inhaled sharply. "Okay. That's new." "What?" Luna asked tightly. "About any of this suggests old?" The passage sloped downward, spiraling just enough to disorient. The melody threaded through it, no longer something they heard but something that paced them, footstep for footstep, heartbeat for heartbeat. Luna slowed. "So," she said, because silence was becoming a third presence and she refused to let it lead, "you heard it too." The melody. Elara glanced sideways, a spark of delight lighting her face. "Oh, good. I was worried I was about to be institutionalized." "Don't joke." "I'm not. I already checked the criteria." Despite herself, Luna huffed a breath that might almost have been a laugh. They reached a chamber. The space opened suddenly, cavernous and cathedral-like, the ceiling lost to shadow. And there, embedded in the far wall, was something that made Luna stop so abruptly Elara nearly collided with her. The wall was alive. Not moving, not breathing, but thinking. Lines of light traced across stone in precise, impossible geometry, musical staves braided with code, notes dissolving into symbols that rearranged themselves as the melody shifted. It was ancient and digital in the same breath, like something that had learned to survive by becoming unreadable. Elara whispered, "Reverend, that's not supposed to exist." "No," Luna said, voice barely steady. "It isn't." She stepped forward, analytical instinct overriding caution. It's responsive. The pattern density increases with harmonic proximity. The wall went dark. Elara blinked. Did you just mansplain the cave into sulking? Luna shot her a glare. I was explaining. Try listening. Before Luna could protest, Elara hummed. Softly. Carefully. The opening phrase of the melody, unfinished, unresolved. The wall ignited. Light surged outward in rippling waves, cymbals snapping into alignment, the melody fracturing into visible harmonics that climbed the stone like fireflies made of sound. Luna's breath caught. She lifted her hand, hesitated, and then placed her palm against the wall. The stone was warm. The melody surged. Coordinates bloomed across the surface. Names. Dates. Fragments of compositions Luna knew by heart and others she had only ever seen referenced in footnotes and arguments. This is a system, Luna whispered. Not storage. Not preservation. Elara's voice was quiet now, stripped of humor. It's a memory. The cave hummed, lower, deeper. Satisfied. Behind them, unseen, the entrance dimmed. The melody shifted key. And somewhere in the glowing script, two new signatures began to write themselves, slowly, deliberately, shaped like names that had not yet agreed to be written. Scene 6, The Binding. The cave exhaled. It was subtle, nothing as crude as wind or sound, but the pressure shifted, the way a room changes when someone important decides to stand. The symbols on the wall slowed, their frantic brilliance resolving into deliberate strokes, each line now drawn with intention. Luna withdrew her hand as if burned. We need to leave, she said, too quickly. Now. Elara didn't argue. That alone unsettled her. Elara's gaze was fixed on the wall, pupils blown wide, her earlier levity stripped away like a discarded coat. It's listening, she said softly. Not to the melody. To us. The cave pulsed once, low, resonant. Luna's chest tightened. That's impossible. Everything tonight is impossible, Elara replied, finally turning to her. You're just ranking them. They backed away in careful steps. The melody followed, gentler now, coaxing rather than commanding. Halfway to the passage, Luna staggered. Elara caught her without thinking. The contact was electric, sharp and grounding all at once. Luna's breath shuddered as the melody surged, no longer echoing off stone but vibrating inside her ribcage. Elara, she said hoarsely, do you feel that? Elara swallowed. Like it's tuning me. The wall flared. Two distinct harmonic signatures separated from the mass of light, one precise, disciplined, controlled, the other wild, adaptive, luminous. They hovered in the air between the women, spinning slowly, circling like wary animals. No, Luna whispered. Absolutely not. The harmonics lunged. Sound slammed into flesh, not violent, but intimate. Invasive. The world dropped away as the melody threaded itself through nerve and memory, settling deep, nesting. Luna cried out, not in pain, but in recognition. Elara gasped, laughter breaking through the shock. Oh, she breathed, equal parts awe and terror. You've got to be kidding me. The cave went silent. Utterly. Reverently. The symbols on the wall dimmed, leaving behind two glowing marks, after images burned into stone like signatures pressed in wax. When the passage finally released them, the night air hit like absolution. They stood outside the cave, breathing hard, staring at each other as if seeing something new, something altered. The melody played again. Not from the cave. From them. Luna pressed trembling fingers to her throat. It's not external anymore. Alara's voice was soft, almost delighted. No, she said. It's home. From somewhere deep within the cave, the script rewrote itself one final time, unseen, unheard, but decisive. Initiation complete. Resonant hosts confirmed. Luna and Alara didn't see the words. They felt them. The melody shifted into a new movement. And it was hungry.
Thank you so much for listening. Please subscribe and like this video and follow me for more stories. You are always welcome here, and leave me a comment or a thumbs up, just letting me know if you like the story and would like more, or is there perhaps an idea that you would like to share or let me write for you.